Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Everyone searches for wisdom and endeavors to attain the maximum from any sources that provide wisdom. People usually they rank the knowledge that starts from very raw data to information to knowledge and finally to wisdom, which is the basic question then is, where is the ultimate source for wisdom? If we know that the Quran is the verbatim unaltered words of Allah, and if we know that the quality of Allah being omniscient, omnipotent, knows everything, and He is a Hakim who is the most wise, in order just to give some flavor of that wisdom, in a series of sessions like this, I would like to go with you through the verses of Surah Luqman. So let's get started. This surah starts with Alif Lam Mim, and it's not the scope of this session to discuss or elaborate on these initials, but I'll leave it for some later sessions. Then the next verse says, Tilka ayatul kitab al-hakim. These are the signs of the book that has hikmah, hakim, the wise book. So Allah attributes wisdom to this book, which is the Quran. But interestingly, wisdom has two ends. One is the giver side of the wisdom, and the other end is the recipient side of the wisdom. So a book might enjoy a very high degree of wisdom, but the receiving side, the one who is reading that book, seeking the wisdom from that book, he might not be very suitable. His intellect, his intention, there could be so many factors and causes that prevents this recipient person from benefiting from the wise giving side, which is the Quran. And that's what Allah mentioned in the third verse of this surah, Surah Luqman, Hudan wa rahmatan lil muhsinin. So this wise book is really a guidance and a source of wisdom, but for not everybody. It's a source of guidance, source of mercy, source of blessings, but for a certain category of people. The word Allah used here, those who would really benefit from the Quran, are those who are muhsinin, who perfect their actions. One might then feel puzzled that who are those? So Quran continues in the next verse to shed light on who are the muhsinin. So just follow this sequence, okay? So in verse number 2, it gave this valuable information that Quran has the source of wisdom. Then the natural question, who deserves that wisdom? So the verse number 3 gives answer to those, that the wisdom of this Quran is attainable by this special category who are muhsinin, who are perfect. الَّذِينَ يُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ وَهُمْ بِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. What a beautiful ayah. The muhsinin, the perfectionists, who deserves this wisdom from the Quran, are not PhD holders, nor high IQ guys. Rather, they have things to do. It's not just a claim. It's a belief system. It's the whole Islam in its entirety, but summarized in these three qualities: يُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ وَهُمْ بِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. They perform their prayers, and notice the word used here, yuqimun. So they erect their prayers. It's not mere physical performance, they erect it. And if you wanted to erect something, you need to exercise endeavor. So these are the people who really continuously perform the salawat until they reach a stage where their salah stands firmly erected in front of winds of tribulations. So no matter what happens, their salah becomes their part and parcel of their life. Okay? We'll have some more time to talk about that, but suffice is to say at this point is that these are not just mere people doing salah physically or occasionally these are the people whom the salah became their oxygen. Okay, salah, it includes very early stage, before the adhan perhaps they go for wudu, mentally prepare themselves, go to the masjid, perform prayer with jama'ah, with the congregation in the masjid, and they fulfill the khushu', the attention, and they know the objective of the salah. All this comes under the general term used in the Quran repetitively. That's the word yuqimuna salah. And if salah, prayer, is the connection between a person and his master and his Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then these muhsineen people, they don't forget the other part, because they are part of the society, so they have people in the society. So then there is the transaction with his fellow human beings, be them Muslims, be them kafir, okay, with various priorities for sure. So they don't forget that part. So they have connection and transaction with Allah, the Creator, as well as they have fulfilled and perfected that transaction with their fellow human beings. And hence, yuqimuna as-salah wa yutuna az-zakah. They give alms, they give zakah, they give charity. So a whole bunch of monetary transactions falls under this word, wa yuqimuna as-salah wa yutuna az-zakah. Okay? And then comes the belief system, which is the faith and seeking the reward of the hereafter. وَهُمْ بِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. And the belief in hereafter is something not normal. It converts. It's like a transformer. It converts a person from being attached to this world to a person who believes in the unseen and in the world hereafter, and he looks forward for the reward in the paradise. And this firm belief, I'm saying firm belief because of the word used here, yuqinun. So yaqeen is something like something you are seeing in front of you, although it is unseen, but you multiply this unseen with firm belief until it becomes like seen. Okay, and this is the yaqeen. Okay, so this yaqeen really brings some power in the heart that makes a person have a completely different outlook towards this world. Okay, the believer, muhsineen, a perfectionist person enjoying these qualities, deserves the wisdom. Hence, in verse 5, Allah says, "Ulaika ala hudan min rabbihim wa ulaika humul muflihun." These are the one who are guided, rightly guided, and these are the people who are successful in this world and the world hereafter.